But Heather, this is where Heather is. But I have seen Heather and Craig Rice do this routine, and I'm not doing it justice. But now Heather is going to come forward, and the two of us are going to make you uncomfortable and hot until you give more money.
Thank you, Rich. I have the honor of living in and representing Tacoma Park, Maryland. And one of my neighbors, a few years ago when her little boy was in kindergarten, they were driving home from school, and Ben was in the back seat with his lips puckered, and he was noticeably upset. And his mom looked in the rearview mirror and said, "Ben, what's wrong?" And he started to cry, and he said, "Emma told me at school today that when we grow up, she's not going to marry me." And she said, "Well, that's okay, sweetheart. You'll meet lots of different people during the time of your life, and you'll find someone that you love that will marry you when you get older." And then she had to pull over the car because he got hysterical. And he just completely broke down and said, "But Aiden also told me today that he's going to marry Jordan, and I'm left with no good choices." And that's incredibly emblematic of Tacoma Park, where our straight families raise their children to understand that they can love whomever they want. And it's a very beautiful thing. And Tacoma Park is a reflection of a lot of Montgomery County and a lot of the people who are here in the room tonight. But as the Lieutenant Governor mentioned, this is a statewide initiative. This is a statewide effort. We saw those census numbers come out, where for the first time we're checking boxes, declaring our families on government forms, and there are more of us in every corner of this state, from Ocean City to Oakland and Garrett County, that is expecting our state to stand up and provide protections for our families and for our commitments to forever. And it's not cheap. We have a great coalition that we've assembled for this effort, Marylanders for Marriage Equality. We have faith leaders, we have union voices, we have progressives, we have organizers from every inch of this state that have come together to pledge their will, their dedication, their purpose to accomplishing this goal for all of us. Yes, there are a lot of GLBT people in this coalition, but what tends to move me the most are our number of straight allies. Let's give a hand to our straight allies who are here tonight, who are standing up to fight for us. And the work that they are pledging to do day in, day out for these next 18 months is going to cost a lot of money. We're not going to hope and pray that we get this done. We don't expect that it will happen because we have an event and we have supportive politicians give moving speeches about it. It's going to happen because these dedicated volunteers and workers and organizers are going to be in targeted communities across the state, talking to people who agree with us and disagree with us, finding new allies to sign their names on cards, pick up the phone and put pressure on their legislators. We had, in the middle of the campaign last year, the National Organization for Marriage pledge $1 million specific to Maryland to defeat any person who is conservative who would come to the side of marriage. That sent a chilling effect that made two Republicans who we thought we had on our side back down, and that could have been the 2-vote margin for victory. The other side isn't afraid to put the money up, folks. To put the money up to make sure that they win. We can't let fear win. Love is going to prevail in this fight, and it has to prevail from our hard work, our dedication, but also from our pocketbooks. We have to give until it hurts. And part of it is asking all of you to give more here tonight, and this isn't going to be a fake exercise. I only want you to raise your hand if you are dedicated tonight to saying that you will ask 10 friends within the next 6 months to give $50 or more to this organization. Who can raise their hand and say, "I will get 10 of my friends to give $50 to Equality Maryland in the next 6 months"? And I keep your hands up. Keep your hands up, because I want you to look at each other. I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to look at each other, and I want you to hold each other accountable to this. When you say that you're going to do this, it's because you mean it. Okay? Now, I see lots of hands up in this room. If anyone can do the math, I think we just raised a few more $1,000s tonight. But it's got to be this way, folks. It can't be that we're raising this money tonight and then we forget about it and move on and expect others to do the work. We have to keep working. We have to keep raising money. We have to keep growing our support network. And it will begin by raising and writing more checks tonight. But I think the biggest contribution we can make going out of here is the ripple effect of the contagious energy that we will have in talking to our friends, our families, our neighbors, our congregation, the folks we go to church with, and asking them for support as well. These resources are so critical to our effort. And on behalf of Equality Maryland and our entire GLBT caucus, who is working day and night to make sure that this happens, we can't thank you enough. The fight begins tonight, and we are going to really make sure that this happens in 2012.